Hello, ladies. My name is Jenny, and I help women learn how to live their most empowered life after leaving a toxic or abusive relationship. And as some of you may know, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So I'm doing a series that's 31 days towards transformation to live your most empowered life. And today I wanted to talk about taking accountability. So, taking accountability is the most important thing that you can do when you're trying to leave a toxic relationship, or if you've already left and you're trying to avoid getting into another toxic relationship. Taking accountability is the number one. It's the first step in changing your ways for the better and not ending up in the situation ever again. The only way you can not repeat those mistakes, and the only way you can never go through that abuse again, is to be aware of it. Be aware of everything. Be aware of not just the actions that the other person took that led up to the pain that it caused you, but also be aware of your actions and how your actions contributed towards being in that situation. So, the first thing you have to do is just be aware of everything. Take accountability. And I know it's so hard to do, especially if you're a survivor of domestic violence or abuse, is because, you are the victim in the situation. So it's like, why should you take accountability if you're the victim and somebody else is the one that hurt you? But what you have to realize is, without you taking accountability for your actions, then that'll make you end up in the same situation all over again. Obviously, there was something that you did that you may or may not have been conscious of in the moment, but there is something that you did that led to that situation occurring. So it's very important to be aware of, like, everything that you do, everything that you did, everything that the other person did as well, because that's the only way that you can get out of the situation and never end up in that again. So take accountability for your actions. What you did that made you be in that situation. Did you trust this person very easily? Did you fall in love with this person too fast? Did you give too much of yourself too soon? Did you give up yourself for this person more than you should have? Did you do more for this person than you did for yourself? Like, those are some questions to ask yourself. Were you supposed to be in that environment in the moment that the abuse happened? Those are all questions that you should ask yourself in order to never let that happen again. So I had to hold myself accountable. When I was in my healing journey, one of the hardest things I had to do is be honest with myself and hold myself accountable for, being in the situation, for trusting this person like how I did, for, you know, not realizing the red flags, not leaving once I realized the red flags that I was seeing. And once I looked back and really analyzed everything that I went through and analyzed what my actions were and how I responded to his actions, once I was real with myself and figured out everything that I did, I could then figure out how I can change those actions to not end up in the same pattern. Because a lot of women, when they leave a toxic relationship or if they've been abused, they will quickly jump into another relationship and the same cycle will just continue. Like, it'll just continue, and it'll never end, and they won't realize why they keep finding these toxic men and being in relationships with these toxic men is because they're not looking at their own actions and taking accountability for their own actions and who they choose to be with or who you choose to allow into your life. Like, this can go for regular relationships and like friendships, in family relationships, in work relationships, any type of relationship. If anything happens, you must take accountability so that you won't end up in the same situation ever again. It's hard to take accountability because when you're a victim of abuse, you tend to be in that victim consciousness a lot. And so it can be hard to like switch. It can be hard to kind of put a mirror in front of yourself to see where you went wrong and to see the things that you could have done differently that could have led up to a different outcome. So yeah, that is just my message for you ladies today, is just to hold yourself accountable. Don't overlook the things that you went through, because you can use that to teach yourself lessons and to never end up in that situation again. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll have a new video coming soon tomorrow. Bye.